Welcome to the Be Better podcast, brought to you by the Organizational Development Division within the Human Resources at the University of the Free State. Here we spark conversations that inspire you to grow, not just in your career, but in life. You'll discover fresh insights, revisit timeless wisdom, and perhaps even have that breakthrough moment you've been seeking. So please stay tuned. I'm Anela Magyaka, an organizational development and employee well-being specialist, and today I'm beyond excited to welcome a man who has dedicated his life to unlocking human potential. He's energetic and he's insightful. He is what many would like to call the mind master. So just a brief overview, Mr. Robin Banks is an internationally renowned speaker, a thought leader in mind power and personal mastery, and a coach to top executives and everyday people alike. He has impacted audiences across the globe, from corporate boardrooms to packed auditoriums, empowering individuals to take charge of their thoughts and ultimately their lives. Mr. Robin, it's absolutely a pleasure to have you. Welcome.
Thank you very much, Anela. It's wonderful to be here. Nice to hear that introduction. Thank you.
Is it?
It is.
So before we dive into our conversation, could you start by giving us a brief introduction to who Mr. Robin Bank is and what drives your work?
Who is Robin? I'm originally from Johannesburg. I'm a boykie from Rivoli, which is near Soccer City, for those of you who know. Mm-hmm. And I spent most of I still live in Johannesburg. Okay. I think probably my big breakthrough came, I wasn't the best student at school. I was lazy. And I wasn't very studious, but we all have a natural gift.
100%.
And that's one of my main teachings, is that if you can find your natural gift and share that with the world actually wants your gift. And everybody has one. Yes. But trying to fit into a mold of who we think we should be is never going to bring fulfillment. It's 100%. About really finding out who you naturally are and sharing that with the world. So I think my big breakthrough came, first of all, I went to live in the States when I was 18 years old. Okay. I lived in Southern California. All right. And the main focus of being in this community was about really learning about yourself and self-awareness. And I spent 2 years living in California and then another 6 months living in the UK. Came back to South Africa at the age of 21.
Oh, okay.
And everybody's like, why are you coming back to South Africa? I mean, this was 1990 and it was just, I think Mandela had just been released, I think. And there was a lot of fear. There was a lot of uncertainty about South Africa and what's going to happen. And I remember saying, no, I'm very clear. I'm going back to South Africa this time because I think I want to be part of the change process. Okay. And I think I've got something to offer. I didn't even know what I was going to offer, but I just felt this calling inside me that there's something for me to do. And I want to do whatever I can to make my country a better place. And started doing youth leadership work. So that was so the first 2 years, as I said, was a big breakthrough because the time abroad was very insightful for me. I really woke up to who I am as a person and realized that we are all here for a purpose. And I created my first mission statement to be a catalyst for other people to recognize their own greatness.
Amazing.
I think we all have a mission. Yes. Every single one of us has a purpose. Yes. And part of what I do in my work is help people find their mission, and people cry when they find it because when you really discover your purpose, life has so much more meaning. And I have a natural ability to inspire and to elevate and to, I suppose, give insight to people as to who they are. So that was my first mission. And then when I came back, I started working for a youth leadership program called the Rally Project, Responsible Action and Leadership Initiative. And the whole objective in 1995 was to get young people to meet each other cross-culturally and teach them leadership skills and life skills training, community service projects, and prepare them for life after school. And I remember going on camps, and I used to be outwardly racist because, obviously the kids would all want to hang out with their friends. And this is 1995, so all the black kids would be in one room, the white kids and the colored kids and the Indian kids. And I'd say, no. I want 3 colored boys here, 3 Indians, 3 whites, 3
just
blacks.
Just a mixture.
And they say, but that's racist. I'm like, yeah, I'm racist. Come together. And it was wonderful because I think that's where I realized the beauty of our country.
Yes.
And just what an amazing, diverse culture we have.
Yes.
And if we can just bring that together like the Springboks have done so well.
Yes.
What an incredible country this is. So that's where I discovered the next level, which is that I had a natural ability to speak. First time I had to speak in front of 100 kids. I was so nervous.
Oh my goodness.
And then I opened my mouth and they started laughing and I was like, oh. Okay.
I'm actually good at this.
I'm good at this. I was like, wow, this is so cool.
Yeah.
And so that I think started my career in personal development and speaking.
Yes.
And then it was only in 1999 I started my business, or 2000 I started my business. And so basically what Robin does is I do corporate talks for lots of corporate clients. And I do public seminars for people who want to take the journey further. It's usually a 3-month university. I take them through about mind power, understanding the power of the mind, and how your thoughts, as you were saying, literally create your reality. Your life is a reflection of the state of your consciousness. And if you don't like what's happening out there, change what's happening in here. So that's the essence and brief introduction, I hope.
No, that was a brilliant story. I'm very actually happy that you followed your calling in coming back to South Africa. It's the place to be, and starting here at home is always the answer. So I just want to ask also, in recent years, there has been a growing conversation around the power of the mind, ranging from mental health to mindset development and overall well-being. Now, to set the stage, I do also want to ask, how would you define the term mind? And what should we fundamentally understand about its role in our personal lives?
Beautiful question. First of all, a lot of people say, where is the mind? And while the brain has a physical location in the body, obviously in the head, where's the mind? Like, is the mind in the brain? Well, if I had to ask you to think of your right big toe right now, where's your mind? Your mind's in your right big toe.
Yes.
And if I had to ask you to think of being in front of the Eiffel Tower, where's your mind? Your mind's at the Eiffel Tower. So the mind is not limited in terms of location. Your mind would be part of an energy network, which is so profound. And I don't think we'll ever fully understand it. I've been studying it for years, and the more I study it, the deeper I go into the rabbit hole. The more I realize, wow, this is an incredible world. And so just for example, to use a cell phone, how is it possible that I can call somebody's phone in China and I can say, how's it my China? You know, how does my voice go into my phone and come out of his phone? Well, according to scientists, my voice is converted into a digital code called a binary code, which is made up of ones and zeros. It goes into my phone. It travels through the airwaves, what scientists call the quantum vacuum.
Okay.
But we don't like the term quantum vacuum because vacuum implies that it's empty. When it's actually not empty, it's full, that there's energy all around us.
Yes.
And so literally my phone converts this digital code across the airwaves
in seconds,
split seconds, to a beacon. From a beacon it goes to a satellite, from a satellite it goes to a beacon in China, from the beacon in China it goes to his phone, and when it gets to the phone, that digital code of ones and zeros is converted back into the same sound of my voice.
Amazing.
I mean, that is just wild.
It is.
And anything, if you want to listen to your favorite radio station, if you tune into the frequency, so in Joburg, Highveld stereo, what's the frequency? 94.7. And no matter where you are in the Gauteng area, if you tune into 94.7, you will get that radio station. If you're in Cape Town, you'll listen to KFM 94.5. So everything has an energy and everything has a vibration and everything has a frequency.
Yes.
Everything has a frequency. Success is a vibration of energy. Health and vitality is a vibration of energy. Love and abundance, joy, gratitude, depression, anxiety, worry, it's all energy.
Amazing.
And it just so happens that the most basic form of energy that we communicate with is the thoughts we think.
Yes.
So literally every single time you think a thought, you send a frequency out into the world, just like dialing the number in China. So in order to get the radio station, you need to tune the frequency. In order to dial in order to speak to you on the phone, Anel, I need your number.
Yes.
And if I call your number, I'll get you.
Yes.
The same is true of how we create our reality. What you think about, you bring about. What you focus on, you attract. So a big part of the mind is learning how to control and direct our thoughts, because nobody tells you what to think. Nobody.
That's so true.
You and you alone chooses what you're going to think. Now, I'm not even sure if I answered the question.
Yes, you have. Yes, you have. But don't people actually influence how you think?
People do have an impact.
Yes.
Absolutely. There's no question that your circumstances and your surroundings has an impact. So I want to 100% say that it does have an impact. But even more reason, when you become aware that the circumstances around you are a creation of the inner world, that you can literally start changing the outer world.
Yes.
By conditioning the inner world to think differently. So while people do have an impact, one of my favorite sayings is, people are going to do what people are going to do. Yes. People are going to cut you off in traffic. Yeah, but they mustn't. Well, they will. But why? Well, people are going to cut you off in traffic because people are going to do what people are going to do.
And you have no control over that.
You can't control them.
Yes.
But you can always control your response.
Yes, you can.
You can always control how you deal with circumstances. So while some of us are in very dire circumstances, and this is real, that people do find themselves in challenging circumstances. And so it's not to deny your reality, but my invitation is for you to realize what creates the reality is you can start changing your reality by changing what you focus on.
Yes.
So 2 men were standing behind prison bars. One saw mud and the other one saw the stars.
Yeah.
They're both in the same situation, but the outlook is different. Last night, I just was so inspired by my Uber driver. This guy had such a massive smile on his face from the second I got into the car. Hi, I'm Mandla Nkosi. And he started chatting to me. And he was just like constantly laughing and smiling, and he was telling me stories, and he was telling me about, you got to be careful because, they once robbed me. With Uber drivers, you have to be careful, but I wasn't with Uber driver, I was with another app, I won't mention the name.
Yeah.
And he says, and these guys robbed me, they took out a gun, and I said, how was it? He says, no, it was scary, hey? But he's saying all this with a big smile on his face. And he says, but I don't work for them anymore because now I realized that's not working for me, so I decided to change my circumstance. And I thought, no, he is a very wise man. I don't even think he realizes how wise he is. But the point I'm getting at is, he's an Uber driver. I don't think he makes a lot of money. But he's happy. He's so deeply fulfilled. And I swear to you, this guy couldn't stop smiling. What the hell is he smiling about? And so what I'm saying is, yes, your circumstances do impact you. But what we don't realize is we impact our circumstances. And that's what I'm interested in. Yes, our circumstances have an impact, but the bigger impact is you have an impact on your circumstances, and that's where the magic lies.
I'm happy you actually touched on it because I am interested in knowing, can mastering our mind genuinely shift our reality, or is it just about changing perception?
Well, it's both.
Yes.
It's both. It's both.
Okay.
So, if I may share honestly, when you were reading that introduction, I was going, wow. This is so cool. Like, wow, this is me.
Yeah.
But where did that start? Well, if you build a house, where does the house start?
With your foundation.
Now, everyone says the foundation. Before the foundation?
The plot.
The plot, yeah. Before the plot. I'm gonna do this till you get it, Anela.
I think you're gonna be here for a minute.
No, I won't. You got it.
Okay.
So before the plot, where does the house start?
No, but it starts with an idea.
That's it. Ding, 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 ding.
I hit the jackpot.
You hit the jackpot. Everything starts with a thought.
Yeah.
Everything. There's nothing that man creates that doesn't start first in the mind. Nothing. Yes. No thing. This mouse that I'm looking at was a thought. This podcast was a thought. This camera was a thought. Apple products, which is worth $3 trillion.
My goodness.
3 trillion. That's like my whole year's income in Zimbabwean dollars for me. But sorry to my Zimbabwean friends. But Apple is worth $3 trillion, but it started in a garage. It started as an idea. Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak had this idea in a garage.
Just like Amazon.
Just like Amazon. Just like Microsoft. Just like Tesla. Just like BMW. Just like everything starts as a thought. Everything, even you, started as a thought. You were an idea and boom, here you are. So here's my point.
Yes.
Do I have the ability to create my reality? Well, I wrote that introduction before it was true. That introduction you just read. Robin Banks is a top international speaker. I wrote it, but I was just like, wouldn't this be cool?
Nah.
It was just an idea. And today,
it's a reality.
It's a reality.
Yeah.
But it started as a thought, which I focused on consistently. That just like you train your body, you need to go to, if you want to be physically fit, you need to train.
Yes.
Right. And you need to train consistently. The same is true of the mind. If you're going to have mental fitness and mental clarity, you need to train the mind to think the way you want it to think. Because if you don't tell your mind what to think, it'll find things to think about. It'll read the newspaper and go, we are suffering. It's bad out there. And did you hear what happened to so-and-so? And da-da-da. So the mind must think thoughts. Its job is to think. And it's like a TV with no off switch. You can't stop the mind from thinking, but you can choose the channel.
Yes.
And that's why I encourage people to watch the success channel, the happiness channel, the love channel. Focus on what you want, not what you don't want. Because the more you focus on what you want, the more you'll create it. The more you complain about the things you're not happy about, the more those things will expand and you will keep attracting hardship into your life.
Okay.
So Mandla Nkosi, while he was robbed, his attitude was remarkable. And he consciously chose to change his circumstances. Now, do you need to do something physical? Yeah, he stopped doing that, working for that organization and went over to Uber because he's going, this one's not so safe. Let me move over. So we do need to take practical steps, but it all starts with becoming conscious about what we want in the mind. Do we create our reality? Absolutely.
Yes.
And it is about being conscious. And that is why writing goals, as simple as it is, it's important. But most people write goals at the beginning of the year and they look at them at the end of the year. They wonder why they never happened. In my system, I teach you to read them every day. Oh, what? I must read my goals every day? Oh my gosh, that's so much hard work. Do you want to have an extraordinary life? Give me 5 or 10 minutes a day. That's all I ask. Give me 5 or 10 minutes a day to train your brain the way you want it to think. Because your mind is a magnificent servant, but it's a terrible master.
Interesting. So while we're in the topic of mind power, along with concepts like the law of attraction and positive thinking, is sometimes met with skepticism by people and regarded as sometimes unrealistic. So in your experience, in your viewpoint, why do you think people are hesitant to acknowledge the impact their minds can have on their lives?
I think there's a number of reasons. I think one is just fear of failure is a big one. But I'm going to answer it in another way and tell you that the mind is like a garden of rich, fertile soil. Any seeds that you sow into rich, fertile soil, if you nourish and care for it, that seed will grow. If you sow a tomato seed into rich, fertile soil and you nourish and care for the tomato seed, you give it water, you give it sunshine, you give it fertile land, it will produce a beautiful tomato. If you put carrot seeds, tomato seeds, tulip, the soil works with what you feed it. It can create weeds. It can create a botanical masterpiece. The same is true of the mind. That your mind is like a garden. Whatever seeds you sow will grow. But here's the secret which relates to your question. You don't sow a seed today and expect a tree to grow tomorrow. You got to nourish and care for the seed.
For some time.
You got to, So, and what often happens is we become impatient.
Yes.
But Robin, I've been doing this stuff. I've been doing it for 3 days. I'm still broke.
I don't see any change.
I don't see any change. 3 days I've done this.
Consistently.
And what happens is you start seeing a little bit of result and then you start pulling on the shoots because you want them to grow quicker. You got to be patient. We are gardeners and we just keep working in the garden and we are grateful for life exactly the way it is. Not when the seed produces a harvest, then I'll be happy. No, I'm happy while my garden is growing, like Mandla Nkosi. It's like he's creating his circumstance, but he knows the secret is to be happy now and know that every day I take action, living my life with purpose and passion. I take action every day, but I remember that actually life is about really connecting with the people that I'm with.
Yes.
That actually it's not like I'm going to be, so it's a fine balance. So desperate energy repels. When you are desperate for something, you actually push it away. So what I often say to my students is we are creators. We take action every day. We sow seeds. We work in our garden.
Yes.
But we remember to celebrate life every moment.
100%.
We remember that here and now is the only thing we have.
Yes.
This is the best moment. Whether I manifest the car or the house or the relationship or the money, the happiness is in the moment. You can choose to be happy in your circumstance exactly the way it is. Oh no, Robin, I can't. Yes, you can. Two men were behind bars. One saw mud, the other one saw the stars. It's really, really, really about your outlook. So just to answer the one more part of your question, to be honest with you, I don't think positive thinking is effective. Because mind power is not positive thinking. Positive thinking is something you remember to do now and then. Mind power is a practice and it's a discipline. You don't go to the gym once every 3 months and go, but I'm just not losing weight. I'm just not getting fitter. I mean, I've gone 3 times this year. I'm like, duh. No, you need to go consistently. Give me 5 or 6 days a week. That's what I need. The same is true of the mind. Mind power is not positive thinking. Positive thinking is something you remember to do now and then. I mean, come on, let's be honest. Don't you just love it when you're going through a really hard time and someone says, oh, Anela, don't worry, man. Just hang in there. Just think positive. Just think, it's like, Excel for you, positive. Imagine. It's like the most frustrating thing when someone says think positive, you're going through a hard time. So positive thinking is better than negative thinking, but mind power is not positive thinking. Mind power is it's a practice, it's a discipline, it's a training, it's a system. It's something that you do consistently every day. I did it on the plane today.
But what are the practical steps to doing that?
So there are tools and techniques. I mean, in the podcast, I can't go through that, but I'll give you one.
Yeah. Sure.
Several times during the course of the day, just stop and ask yourself, what am I thinking? Just like literally set your alarm for every 2 hours. And when your alarm goes, say, what have I just been thinking about? You'll be amazed to realize how much rubbish you think. The first time I did this, I was like, I'm a positive person. I was like, geez, I was thinking such rubbish.
This whole time.
Why is this? Why am I always struggling with this? And I suddenly realized, oh my gosh, this mind of mine is a real dictator. It just is thinking rubbish all the time.
But when we are in the workplace and you find out that when you do that exercise, you're thinking repetitive things, like you're thinking about the email you just got. Yeah. You're thinking about the report you just need to write. How can a person, if they do this exercise, not repeatedly say the same thing, that I'm thinking about work, or I'm thinking about my children. I'm thinking it's normally, in some cases, negative things that are happening, not actually positive things that are happening in your life.
So why I recommend that exercise is because when you become aware of who you are being, you see, as human beings, we love playing the role of a victim. We believe our lives are the way it is because of other people. We believe it's circumstance, it's the government, it's my upbringing, it's my parents, it's my boss, it's my mother-in-law, it's the boss, it's the ex-wife, it's the driver that cut me off, and it's always everyone else but you,
yourself.
Yeah, your life is happening to you. You're not a part of it. No. The opposite is true. Your life is a reflection of you. Now, a lot of people don't like it when I say what I'm about to say. Your life is the way it is because of you. Now, a lot of people say, how can you say that? Like this, your life is the way it is because of you.
Yeah.
Now, have I just given you good news or bad news? I've just given you great news. Because if it's true that your life is the way it is because of you and you don't like it, you can change it.
Yeah.
You can change the way your life is by becoming conscious of what is it you feed in your mind. So when you become conscious of how you're thinking, then you start saying, oh, but I don't want to think that way. I'm like, okay, cool. Well, how would you like to think? Well, I want to think about how blessed I am and how grateful I am and that I live in a beautiful country and that actually opportunities are everywhere for those who choose to dare. So you then tell your mind, actually, I want you to think about this. And you start training the mind. Focus on this, feed your mind this, And because it's a process and you don't plant a seed today and expect a tree to grow tomorrow, you'll actually eventually start seeing the results. I'm going to tell you a very quick story. In 2017, I was looking for a new home. And as we were driving up to look at this property, my lady says to me, babe, why are we going to have a look at this house? We can't afford it. And I said, yet. And she says, oh, please, baby, don't give me mind power. Oh, I just want to move, please. And I said, there's no way I'm going to move into a home without manifesting the house of my dreams.
Yes.
And if you can see it and you can believe it, you can achieve it. That's what I teach. Anyhow, we saw this house. Oh my gosh, Anela, we fell in love. It was gorgeous.
It was
views to Darfodal. It was amazing. It was just
the property. Was everything. Everything you could imagine. And I thought to myself, imagine
living in a house like this. And I thought, I can imagine that because your mind can imagine anything.
Yes.
So I started imagining myself living in this house.
And
then I created a little mantra. All our home dreams have come true. We have found a magnificent house with a view. The location is ideal. The price is a steal. We are both absolutely thrilled. Our hearts are deeply fulfilled. I said, say it with me, baby. And we programmed our minds every single day. We saw the house on the 9th of August, 2015, and we moved in on the 15th of September.
The day before my birthday.
The day before your birthday. But there's a little trick. We saw the house on the 9th of August, 2015.
Okay.
Sorry, 17.
Yes.
And we moved in on the 15th of September, 2019.
Okay. So about 2 years.
Yeah. You see, here's why most people don't like it, because you
have
don't.
To wait.
You have to. And you've got to be patient. And you've got to trust that God's delays are not God's denials.
100%.
It's just not now. Not yet. It's on its way. But most people don't have that kind of patience. They want instant gratification. The instant gratification you can have is be happy now. That's the instant gratification. That you can be happy in your circumstances. No, but I can't be happy in my circumstances. Things are so hard. You can be happy in any situation. It's a choice.
Yeah. And I think the mistake that us as humans make, we think for now and we might not be happy now. Instead of us being grateful, happy, and enjoying the moment, because we think happiness is going to come later on.
Exactly.
But we actually don't understand or realize the fact that we might not have time. You know, you can't say, no, I'll be happy in 2 years or in 2 months or when I get this.
Then when you get there, there's going to be another station about when this happens. Okay, I've got this now, but I still don't have this. You're never going to be happy.
No.
So success without fulfillment is failure. So a lot of people have the outward success, but they don't have the fulfillment. So we want both. We want success and fulfillment. Now, for me, I look at Mandla Nkosi and I'm like, this man's got fulfillment. I swear to you, he just couldn't stop smiling. I was like, what are you so happy about?
Are you sure it's not also the fact that he saw you?
Yeah, I think it was me. Yeah, that's what it is. I knew there was a secret. I don't know why I don't have that impact on others like I did with him. No, he just, you see, the secret, there's so many amazing secrets in life. I just love this journey we're on. You never stop learning.
Yes.
But he was an inspiration to me yesterday. He was an inspiration. I thought, here's a young man who he doesn't even realize he's got it. I don't think he realizes he's got it. I'm like, you got it, buddy.
You got it.
You got it. Yeah.
Your passion for this topic is truly inspiring.
Thank you.
And you present it in such a clear and such an accessible way. In your experience, what are the key challenges that prevent people from fully harnessing the power of their minds? Are there specific barriers?
I think there are many different barriers. One of the ones that comes up a lot for people is procrastination. I'm going to say one that most people don't like. And that is the unwillingness to take action. And there's in a way, people don't like hearing that they're the cause of everything. People don't like that. When I tell them that in my seminars, I can see, like, literally there's a ripple that goes through the room. Like, I'm not going to.
They're on edge.
And there's all sorts of reasons, but you can't tell me that I'm the cause of this that's happening in my life, and I'm the cause of that. And then I say, just stay with me for 3 weeks. Just keep doing these exercises. And 3 weeks later, like, oh my gosh, I love being the cause of everything. Because when things start happening the way you want it to. So I think one of the main reasons is what do you think is easier? Do you think it's easier to be a victim, or do you think it's easier to be a victor? Which one is easier?
I think it's easier to be a victim.
Totally. You don't have to take responsibility.
Yes.
You get to blame. And you get to say, well, what can we do? That's life. We are suffering.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. But what can we do? We must carry on. There is something you can do.
Yes.
Stop complaining. There's the ABC language of the victim, and there's the ABC language of the victor.
Okay.
The ABC language of the victim: accusation, blame, and complaint. We all go here, by the way.
Okay.
But this is what victims love to do. Like yesterday, I wanted to blame the Uber driver because I missed my flight.
Yeah.
It was the Uber driver's fault. No. I called him too late.
Yes.
Yeah, but if he hadn't have taken 20 minutes, he should have taken 2 minutes. Yeah, but if you had called him with way more time and planned,
you would have made it for your flight.
Okay, it was me. Damn it. So taking responsibility
and accountability
for your life is crucial if you're going to have success. You can't afford to be the CEO of a company and be playing the role of the victim. If you're going to be a true leader, you need to acknowledge, hey, I messed up.
Yes.
I messed up yesterday. My business manager was not happy. She was vussy. She was vussy. And she had a right to be, and I had to apologize.
Yeah.
And someone said, how do you apologize? Doesn't she work for you? I said, no, I was wrong. And part of the thing is being able to admit when you're wrong.
Yes.
And we all make mistakes. And it's like, you know what, I was wrong. And so it's taking about, because the ABC of the victim, accusation, blame, and complaint. The ABC of the victor. 3 things which only you control.
Okay.
Your attitude.
Your behavior?
Your beliefs.
Oh, okay.
Your beliefs.
All right.
And your choices.
Okay.
These are the 3 key ingredients for me. Consciously choose your attitude from the moment you wake up in the morning. It's going to be an awesome and outstanding day today. No matter what life throws at you. Like someone said to me, how can you say it's going to be an awesome and outstanding day? What if something bad happens? What if you have an accident? Then what? Then I'm going to have an awesome and outstanding accident. It's going to be an amazing accident. Like the best ever. So your attitude really controls 90% of life is attitude. Okay. And that's, I'm going to say his name one more time. Anlangosi. Attitude. It's 90%. Does that mean bad things don't happen? No. It just means you're not controlled by them. This happened. That happened. So attitude, and then attitude. It really is one of the key ingredients. You've heard it 1,000 times. You heard it 1,000,000 times if you have to. Do you choose your attitude, or is your attitude controlled by what other people do? Most people, their attitude is controlled by other people. Other people put you in a bad mood. No one can put you in a bad mood if you don't want to go there. No one has that power unless you give them the power. Secondly, your beliefs, which is a lot of what we've been speaking about. Your beliefs, all a belief is a feeling of absolute certainty. Yes. That's all a belief is.
Okay.
It's a feeling of absolute certainty. So I created the belief that I'm a top international speaker, successful throughout this planet. I am brilliant. I am bright. I'm a radiant being of light. I'm an outstanding peak performer.
Yes.
I'm a dynamic life transformer. Now, I said that every single day in the shower for years. Okay. I'm a top international speaker, successful throughout this planet. I am brilliant. I am bright. I'm a radiant being of light.
Yes.
I'm an outstanding peak performer. I'm a dynamic life transformer. Now, some people might say, but Robin, isn't that arrogant? Arrogant is when you think you're better than other people. I don't think I'm better than anyone, and I mean that. For me, yesterday, I learned a lesson from an Uber driver.
Yeah.
He was like, man, this guy's got a great attitude. But confidence is believing in yourself. Confidence is trusting that there's a higher power, whether you call it God, Allah, Buddha, Krishna, Ra, the universe. There's something we can all choose to tap into that gives us unlimited energy and unlimited power. And our beliefs are one of the biggest keys. So you can reprogram your mind to believe anything. I said I was a top international speaker before I became one.
You spoke it into existence.
I created it. When you read that introduction, honestly, I was going, oh my gosh, here I am today. Probably, when did I create that? 2004. 21 years later. Today it's true. It was just a thought. And then the third thing is your choices.
Yes.
You can't always choose what's going to happen to you. Good and bad things are going to happen to everyone, and that's part of life. You're going to, Mandan Kosi got robbed. I've been robbed. I've had house breaks happen in my life. I've had girlfriends leave me. Can you believe it? Me. Imagine.
No, it can't be.
Yeah. Then I discovered I had issues. That was me. I was creating it. You can't choose what's going to happen, but you can always choose how we respond. Always. And the key is to consciously choose the most empowering path in every single moment.
100%. So what would you say are some of the common self-limiting beliefs that hold people back from unlocking their full mental potential?
Well, the most common one for everybody, and this is true for everyone, is I'm not good enough. All of us carry that wound, that somewhere deep in our psyche. I carry that wound. You probably carry that wound.
Yes.
We all carry that wound that we are not aware that at some level we believe we're not good enough. And even people who have a superiority complex. I read a great book last month. What was it called? And it'll come to me in a moment. But in the book, one of the things he spoke about is the reason why people have a superiority complex is because they have an inferiority complex in one area of their life. So because this isn't great, they push this side and look how great I am, but don't look at this side. So all of us at some level, and psychologists say it starts in childhood, where something happens and you suddenly realize, oh, you're not good enough the way you are. And we all need to overcome that wound. It's just a wound. It's just a story. So that's one of the biggest ones, is the wound that I'm not good enough. And then all of us have a story we all have a story. It's never about what happens to you. It's the story you create. Somebody leaves you. You might make up the story, I'm not sexy enough, or I'm not lovable enough, or there's something wrong with me. Or you could create up the story as like, okay, clearly he wasn't good enough for me. But the story we create determines the direction our lives will go in and where we will flow. 100%. So yeah, I think the big wound is I'm not good enough. And the thing is not to say, oh, that's not true for me. The thing is to say, oh, where's that true for me? Oh, let me look at that and let me shift it. So it's just about awareness.
To wrap up our interview, I enjoy our conversation.
Likewise.
I have so many questions I want to ask you. So I just want to ask one last question. Since many of our listeners are tuned in for work-related insights, could you dive a bit deeper into that area? What are the 3 practical things they can start doing or thinking today to enhance their work-life experience?
Yeah. The first thing is vision. I was in Australia once, and I'll never forget, I was in this restaurant and they messed up my order 3 times. And eventually the maitre d' came up to me as what they call a bogan. Now, a bogan in Australia is a really rough character. This guy had like a big beard, he had big arms and he had tattoos everywhere. And he spoke in this very broad Australian accent. And he comes up to me and he says, "What are you after?" So I looked at him and I said, "Excuse me?" He says, "What are you after?" And I'm like so confused, and you can see I'm looking confused. He says, "Listen, mate, I don't mean to be rude. I just need to know, what are you after? The chicken or the salad?" I was like, "Oh, what do I want?" So I said, "Oh no, I'd like the chicken salad, please." He says, "You want the chicken salad?" I said, "Yes, please." He says, "I'll get that sorted for you." So he turns around, walks away, comes back about 15 minutes later, puts down in front of me the most delicious chicken salad I've ever had. He says, "Is that what you're after?" So I looked at him and I said, "That's exactly what I'm after." He says, "Well, there you go." I said, "Thank you very much." He says, "You're welcome, mate. Enjoy it." And as he turned around to walk away, I said to the lady I was having dinner with, I said, "Do you know what I like about that guy?"
Yeah.
She says, "What?" I said, "Clear communication." There was no mistaking when I understood what he was asking me. "What are you after? The chicken or the salad?" And I was specific, Carmela. I said, "I want the chicken salad." And what did he say? "I'll get that sorted for you."
Yes.
What's my point? Every morning when you wake up, God, Allah, Buddha, Krishna, ask you a very important question about your day. What are you after? What do you want? What do you want? So, in terms of your career, what do you want? Do you have are you just grinding through each day, or is there a vision? So the number one thing is vision. Having vision as to where you want to be is number one. What does an extraordinary day look like for you? What does an extraordinary year look like for you? What does an extraordinary life look like for you? So in my seminars, I encourage people to write it down. And they go, no, I'm so busy. Yeah, you're so busy reacting, you're not taking time to create. So I ask you to create. Number one, what do you want? Number two, get action happening. Once you are clear about what it is that you want, every day I take action, living life with purpose and passion. It's one of my favorite sayings. Every day I take action. Not just ordinary or random action, action around achieving my vision. And then the third point is persistence. Decision, what do I want? Action, every day I take action. Persistence. Because you don't plant a seed today and expect a tree to grow tomorrow. Decision, action, persistence. Those are the three things I'd highly recommend everybody embrace. No matter what it is you're doing, be clear about what an amazing relationship looks like for you. Then go about working it. So if you are in a relationship with someone that's not working out, become clear what would it look like if it worked out. Speak to them about it and say, okay, well, how would you like our relationship to be? What would work for you? And then we find the compromise. And then we take action and we're persistent and we work through it. Whether it's your health, what do you want an amazing body to look and feel like? What are you going to do to make it happen? Take action every day. So it's not just about mind power and thinking willy-nilly. You need to take action and you need to be persistent.
100%. Mr. Robin, it has been an absolute pleasure having you with us today. Your insights into mind power, your personal mastery, and how we can take control of our thoughts to improve our lives have been not just enlightening, but truly, truly inspiring. You've given us practical tools and new perspectives that we can all apply right away. So thank you so, so much for your time and your wisdom and the energy you've shared with us today. It's clear that your work is making a meaningful impact on people's lives worldwide. And we are lucky to have had this opportunity to dive into your world today. So for our listeners, who are eager to learn more about you and your work, where can they find you and follow along in your journey?
Well, thank you first of all for having me. It's been such a pleasure being with you. My website address is robinbanks with an I, robinbanksmindpower.com. And my social media is Robin Banks Live, because if you just search Robin Banks, you get some strange characters. So it's Robin Banks Live or robinbanksmindpower.com.
Yes. All right. Here you have it. So thank you so much, Mr. Robin Banks. And I wish you all the best in your future. I hope you will come back to our university and share more of your experiences and insights.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Anila.
All right. Thank you. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.